Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So what are you doing?
Well, we're taking it in turns to work in this space.
Yep. Big white box.
Yep. And each day we are going to just do whatever the hell we want and not actually give a shit about destroying each other's work.
I might give a shit. I think I'm more sentimental than you.
Yeah, no, this is just it. We are going to piss each other off, but that's kind of part of it, in a way. So it's sort of just to question how we see each other's work, how students see each other's work, and sort of question the idea of collaboration.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got a set of rules out there that I'll put in the video, and we're going to work by those rules.
What are the rules?
Do you want to read them out? Do you want me to read them out?
Yeah, read out the rules.
Read them out first.
We can't talk to each other about what we're doing. We can only enter the room on our day. We must make some kind of mark during the day. A record has to be made during the day. Once the room has been entered, it cannot be left for 1 hour. We must clock in. We cannot break these rules, but they must be bent.
Like Sam.
So is it the idea of testing your own art practice then?
Yeah.
Developing the way you
For
work?
me, it's sort of about like abstraction as well, and just my work getting more and more abstracted.
Yeah.
Because I won't have as much control.
Yeah, it's going to be sort of an exploration of the way we work. Because
you work really loosely, Sam, and you work quite tightly.
Yeah.
And so it can either make you more or less abstract or you more abstract or fluid.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it can do that.
But we also got like control over like light and stuff like that in here.
Yeah.
So
I suppose it would annoy you as well, maybe if you did a really good piece of work and then you really liked it,
yeah.
but you can't help the fact that it's not going to stay there.
But it can work both ways because we could add to each other's work.
Yeah. So what is this concept? What is the concept around it then? Is there any concept that it's based around, or is it just to do with your own individual practice?
Well, it's sort of like the last module. We saw that our work was sort of similar in that mine was gone to black and white, and he was doing sketching and stuff in black and white now.
Yeah, I mean your work was becoming more sort of tight and angular,
yeah.
and mine was becoming a bit more loose, and so there was a bridging point between the work, and we were using similar materials. And so we had the idea to sort of maybe do a couple of pieces together. Then we thought, why not sort of do it in a space like this?
Yeah, because I can't see similarity between your work. But suppose if you the way you work,
yeah,
you would only know that.
And we presented with our separate work. You'll sort of be able to see how different they are, and coming into the space, you'll see the crossover point and where we've worked together.
Hopefully it will blend. It might not.
Well, no, that's just the thing. Like, yeah. But then also the rules are sort of like changing practice in certain ways. Like the rule, for example, that we have to spend an hour in here, that sort of forces you to get into a solid method of working with starting the day.
Do you not think that maybe like if there was, it could be interesting because if there is a set hour for you to work in here, it might not cause any inspiration because you know that you have to work, you know what time you have to leave and get in there.
Exactly.
So you could actually leave without doing anything.
That's true.
Except there is a rule that you have to make a mark.
Yeah,
but
at some point during the day, it might not necessarily be
yeah.
within that hour. But then also, if there's other work in here, and you have no ideas of your own, you can just alter what's already there.
Are you documenting the feelings?
We're documenting just anything about the day. We'll have a sketchbook so we can write notes down and so on.
How you feel? Because I suppose within the space, towards the end of the module, you're going to keep it through the whole module.
Yeah.
It will get really cramped, won't it? It will feel quite busy and quite strange to see two artworks get, like, it's not going to be consistent at all.
No.
Yeah.
Although it might sort of...
crazy.
But that'd be good.
Might end up with a sort of I don't know, subconscious like influence. Sort of getting a certain feel in the space somehow.
And if it's going like alongside like a diary as well.
Yeah, I mean because we're not allowed to talk to each other directly, we'll sort of communicate through notes and through video diaries. And
So you're not talking to each other in the studio?
No, we're allowed to talk to each other, just not about what we're doing in here.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And is anybody allowed to come in?
Yeah, other people are allowed to come in, but we're not allowed to sort of visit each other.
I might shout out to you for like a coffee.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
So is it a reflection on your friendship, do you think? And your relationship at all?
Relationship?
We've seen some photographs, guys. Let's be honest.
I'm cutting that part out.
I don't know, really.
Because I suppose that you got closer this year.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's sort of like, it's not just crossovers in terms of the appearance of our work, just talking like, about working, so we've got a very similar approach and attitude, I think. Is that fair to say?
I suppose that, yeah, and it relates to the fact that obviously we live with each other and other artists, and we just talk about it all the time, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually about 4 in the morning after we've been drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to talk a bit about the actual space. Right, it is basically a sort of smallish white cube. There is a fan and a light in the corner, so we have control over the lighting and so it doesn't get too hot. There is a hole in the wall there with a shelf on the other side so we can project images in. There are speakers in the corner for music and a hairdryer so we don't have to wait ages for stuff to dry. The floor is disgusting.
Hairy.
Yeah, left over from my last project, so sort of evidence of presence in here.
Disgusting. Wear shoes more.
Yeah, especially when you're in here. So like the canvas floor will mean that like it's actually another surface to work on, record more of what's going on. We've just sort of re-gum stripped the corners so it blocks out more light. And we decided not to paint over it because it's just like more shapes to react to perhaps. And it's just like sort of outlines everything. And yeah, this is Jess who has just interviewed us.
Yeah. Outside we also got the rules